This thing has been driving me absolutely mental. So there I was, happily decorating, and when I spawned it in, all of my doors didn't spawn, which was a sign that I had officially run out of file size and it needed to be cut in half. And even now I'm getting warnings, so I suspect that each half is getting close to file size limits because I've done more decoration. I was painting it, right? It's pretty much all the light grey colour now, so kind of like a military grey with a black hull. Most of the electrics are connected. Most things work. There was obviously a big issue with being cut in half, is that all of the logic and electricity won't be shared from the back to the front or the front to the back. And the generator is in here in the back, which actually I've just realized there's no way to get to the generator without the front section. So what I did, I just cut it right along that wall for the very top deck. Where there's these little red spots and a red cross, they line up with the other side, and that was just for me to identify where the hard points go, and that's what's transferring all the logic across. The magnetic doors here are what lets you move from the front to the back. And then the circle magnets, only the two inner magnets are on, and once they're connected, the outer magnets turn on. So that'll stop it from getting misaligned. There's this sort of lip thing in the roof, and that's because we're using two custom doors. So to keep it all watertight and make it float, there's a custom door on this side and a custom door on this side. Now to get it connected, I've conveniently put a rope down here. Connect this winch to that winch, and it'll just pull itself together. So far there's been no major accidents. It just magnetizes and everything works. But you can see only the rear half of the cargo bay has lights at the moment. I haven't sent the light data forwards for that one yet. So let's go downstairs and we'll have a look. So as soon as it connects, these two magnetic doors open. And I've put in a little hallway thing, or a little crawl space, and that lets you get over to the other side. There's one here, and there's one way back there down by the generator and motors. These two clutches here are for the tracks below us in the front section and the fluid jets that are up the front. Then stepping through here, I had to drop down this staircase and the floor in order to get my magnetic door and the custom door frame in here. So it's not too much of an issue, we just step up. And then the condenser that was here is now down here. I've been having some issues with it not being able to condense the water or the steam correctly, so there's now two radiators below this floor as well. So there's three of these 5x5 radiators all connected together in one big loop. What's silly is all those radiators sit at about 30°, but the condenser goes up to 90, so I don't know if I've got a solution for that. Moving past all the pistons, we've got the boiler and the reactor. Here is the other crawl space to get to the other side. And then we've got a staircase that goes down past the rear battery and into the motors with the clutches. And then back here we have a new server room. So I don't think I'll need all of this for servers, but this is translating any data that's coming in from the front section and then going out to wherever it needs to go. So you can see the right reactor and left reactor controllers are down here. And then I think it's on this one, the steering and throttle controller is bringing in most of the data to control the two reactors to turn on. It's coming over composite on this top one and then splitting off to these other controllers. Now coming up here, we'll go over to the other side where I now have a big green stripe around the medical bay, or the medical room. And I got lights in here. So they work the same as the lights that are up on the crew deck. They turn on to a dim light when you're in the room, and then to full brightness when you turn the switch on. Did a bit of painting, painted the carpet, painted the defibrillators. On the next floor up, I've turned this section above the med bay into another crew quarters. And I've got lights in here as well. This is like a seating area. I was thinking about putting a display in here, but now with the lag and the file size restrictions, I'm not sure if it's a good idea to put more displays. We've got bookshelves. I tried the windows on this bookshelf, but it didn't line up with where I had put the shelves in the first place. It does look quite good, and there is a hitbox here that you can kind of get stuck on, so I'm a bit cautious about using it on every bookshelf, but it does look quite good. I've got cupboards and lockers. I've started removing the blue paint blocks and replacing everything. So I've just got to copy and paste those cupboards and lockers down to everywhere else. There's 12 beds in this room. A little seating area here. And then into the locker room, I've painted the floor to be wood like upstairs. And they've got 2 little benches to sit on if they're getting changed or something. And then into a bathroom, which also has a light connected. I'm not sure about the floor in here, but I don't really want to spend too much time trying to set things up in a really accurate way. I just want to get it done. Some of the lights have been disconnected up here accidentally, but otherwise it's more or less the same. Out on the front, I have added a little deck so you can get up and see what's over the edge. There's nothing out here really, so I thought it'd be good to at least give you the option of sort of viewing what's going by. Up here on the bridge, we've got an electronics flip switch, which turns all these on now. The 2 reactor keys. And the throttle, that's all the normal stuff. Everything seems to be connected though. And then I was working on the display. This is the power output from the reactors. So on the top we have left reactor and then its current temperature. The big number below it is the generator's output on that reactor. Then our reactor is the right reactor and the same thing, the temperature and the output. And then we have the left and right condenser temperatures. If I change over to infinite electricity, we will start going. It goes very fast with infinite electricity on, but as soon as I turn it off, it's very, very slow, and I haven't figured out what's going on with that yet. I've added an infinite RPS generator alongside the nuclear reactor, which is giving it, hopefully, enough RPS power to mimic infinite electricity without actually being infinite electricity. Currently, it seems like it's working, but it does seem to stop after a bit of driving. Yeah, that's about as far as I can get, and then it kills itself. So down here in the back, it's going nearly infinite RPS, and this is sending it into a clutch which is connected to the generator's output. So if the generator is connecting electricity, this clutch can engage. And then it's sending its RPS through these pipes, and they are connecting down in here, which is the motor room. And then they were connected in here, but it wasn't working, so I disconnected the motors completely. So right now that infinite RPS is coming down and going through the 2 clutches, and then it's just in its normal, it's just getting output normally from there. I think it's working now. Oh wait, we're stopping. No, this happened before as well. I don't know why it does this. This is my current problem, right? I just can't generate enough power to make this thing move. But the flywheel's going. The clutch pressure. So we've got no RPS on one side and we've got loads of RPS on the other side. I don't know, maybe I broke the clutch. So yeah, that's where I'm currently at with this thing. Mostly what I've got to do is logic, lighting, and there's really not too much more decoration to be done. Let me know if you want to keep seeing updates like this, or if you just want me to finish it and release it when it gets done. I'll see you later. Thanks for watching.